You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Disco Elysium. Yeah, last episode we did a lot of stuff. We are started exploring the city, we started getting a little bit of information, and we have a lot of stuff to do. But let's talk to ourselves. So my soul is immense.
Exactly. It's measured, level-headed, and it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
What should I sing when it comes to?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They really get a gush on my soul with that. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy. Get the people going.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Why you want me to be unhappy?
You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Okay, finish stuff. Okay, so let's go all the way up. I want to see if we can explore that area. Yeah, if we can talk to this lady. Let me save.
The door is closed.
Knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Beauty, don't abandon me in all this ugliness.
The door does not care.
The door probably thinks you're a has-been loser too. You feel your funny necktie becoming tighter and tighter around your neck.
Try the handle. Knock again. No. Let's be polite.
Still no answer.
Knock again. Much harder.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going.
Try the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Oh, okay. We are ready. We have anything else here? I don't remember. Oh. What happened in my room? What is this? Kim tried not to look to the broken down bathroom door. Okay. What was that? Empty case. Okay. And what? This is a mess. This is disgusting. I don't want to watch it. You're disgusting, man. Freaking disgusting. Yeah, nothing else. We can do anything else here. Let me check. No. We can talk to the mirror, but I will get depressed if I do that. Let's go out. Oh, I remember that we can go out there. And the man that was sleeping here, he continues being sleeping here. Let's try to talk to him. Okay, careful. What is
That
it?
sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. It's 3 o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Maybe later.
Maybe later? What is this? Casual Friday? What's with the lackadaisical laxman attitude? You used to be passionate about getting your drink on.
I don't want.
Show me you're still young. Show me you have the fire in you. Lick that stain off the counter.
I don't
right
want to lick it.
now.
Nah.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
No, I don't want to drink. Okay, let me try to wake him up.
Is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from.
Okay, let's continue. Yeah, he won't wake up. Try a couple times. He won't wake up. And I can ask anything new to you?
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You like me? Do you mean you like me? Okay. Who is Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
She smiled conspirationally. No, I'm done with mating rituals this around. Okay. I don't know. Wink. Maybe I have. I have once. Wink twice, but I lost her. Okay, let's do the second one.
You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides.
Oh,
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place and time, she would have probably welcomed your attention.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
she slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glass as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How do you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Nothing, I was thinking of the lyrics to a song. Wanna roll with me?
Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song.
I don't know if you're noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria, it was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause and she studied your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of the 51, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Oh, thankfully.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me that. Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Yeah. If they're not government, how come they're corpse?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What the hell? What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Okay, how could you tell me more? Conclude.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I gotta get going now. Yeah, I don't want to ask
Of
for
course,
money.
dear. Good luck with your case.
She gave you a small wave. Yeah, asking for money to this woman that just give us a lot of stuff of knowledge? No. Yep. So we have this stuff. Yeah, you're hearing the music a little bit lower because I have copyright problems. I really don't understand why they put copyright in their music. If you want to get viral your game. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Okay, and I'm going to explore the north area. I want to go there. Have a look. Oh, who are you? Let me save.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Okay, grab the ball and show them how it's done. Better observe them first.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
The man throws a metal ball towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing by a meter.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
He tries to measure the throw.
I hope you pass out from it. Goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This must be the age-old game of petanque. Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
Wait, what team?
Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Get in the game and throw the goddamn ball.
Why you're so mean to me?
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Oh, now I have low coordination. A moment of your time, fellows. Don't get involved with the game.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud. And my specially abled partner here is Gaston Martin. How can we help you?
The man in the uniform stands before you, tall and proud. Do you know anything about the man hanging in the backyard of the whirling racks?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
Most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Okay, so cop is something bad.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about policemen? Policewoman?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
What? Okay. The people here is pretty bad. There are no duties in RCN woman couldn't carry out.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks, don't you? officer?
No, I don't think there's any evolutionary inequality at play here.
Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, and you give the woman a shotgun, and you give the man a shotgun, and they will destroy themselves. It's that simple. Yeah.
Gender equality
But
is a very
you're-
noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
Okay. You seem to be playing the crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavily artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Okay, did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He had squeezing a ball in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah. Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
No, thoughtfully and turn to look northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There is a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
Okay, that's why they have like a government without laws here.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things.
Foraging powers, clean up your man. If you ask me, I will pick up this one. Yeah, he's part of the people that were bombed here, and he's in part like not getting him angry. So yeah, nothing. I don't think. Just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
He sighs.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philip the Third factor into this point? The monument. Remember that we already heard the story of the monument. If no, you go to the last episode.
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Okay. Who is Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume.
A true king in both blood and mind. led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already?
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you.
Okay.
You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I saw a statue of Philip III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There is some weirdness in his voice now. He's heard this run many times
The
before.
Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Okay, what was about the cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
He is obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision. To aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past. Yeah, this is what happens with a lot of tyrants. Like they get to people to justify all what they do bad.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Yeah, and fly dragons and do all
Higher
those.
realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
He's just making excuses for the king's
I want to get the
habits,
rhetoric.
isn't he?
Thanks for clearing that up. I have some more questions. What was about the high realm? Sounds interesting.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, what? Okay. Yeah, I thought that there was something else. Okay, let's start looking here. We already explored this place, and I can open this? Okay, every time I have this, you hear a distant squall of seabirds. And we will talk to this guy. Yeah, today is going to be a talking day. We need... Okay, grab it. And we have other thing here. What is this? A splatter of bullet hole lines the wall. What? Okay. And what is that? So that you have it wrong? A yellow plastic bag. Retail. Yeah, let's take it. Let's save here and let's talk to this guy. Nothing I can do. I'm on the job for every man. Okay. It's probably the wrong cover there. Let's go to the north and let's start exploring this place. We have anything else here? Yeah, we have a boat. What is this? Okay, let me save. We can get inside. Oh, this is the backyard. Take it all. And we have the little kid there, and I need to talk to him. Now you can run.
You
sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in
Hey.
my sleep?
What, these kids are so freaking broken.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
About trying to kill him?
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Jesus.
Trying to sneak up.
Okay. No idea, no one to talk to me. What is in here? A garden hose. This won't be used until snow melts. Okay. And we have something. Oh yeah, we have stuff here. Okay. Let's grab the... What is this? Reaction speak and one rhetoric. No, I like rhetoric. Another splattering bullet holes on this wall. Okay, we have more of those. Okay. Let's come here first. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Yeah, that doesn't seem pretty normal. Can I open? No, you're not letting me. Okay, let's try going here. Let me save before we go inside. Let's get inside.
There must be another way into the building.
I can't get involved in this.
A balcony with a view of the yard. Oh, we have a... That smoker up there will be a witness. Talk to him. Okay, let's go. Can we go somewhere?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the call, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you are already in trouble. No, not trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He has you adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
It looks like you got a good view of the Weirdling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Oh, really? I already
Wait,
talked to you?
is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you look at him?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houses, plants, litters and...
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking
I
beer.
don't think he's referring about that. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Really?
That's definitely not
No.
his real name.
You are not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured and reflected back.
Ask him again.
Listen, I really need your name.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
He replies with a subtle smile.
But he hasn't left yet.
Alright, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drink of cigarette before stabbing it out all the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Okay, let's get a roll here. Please. Roll
Time
good.
to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to cry?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry.
He takes a quick step back and looks around, clearly disturbed.
Listen, I really have to go.
With a flicking of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
Okay, he walks away. Yeah, we failed that check. It's okay.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give
He
up?
could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Okay, let's do that. So this door is closed.
There must be another way into the building.
And I can use this one? No? No. Okay. Let's try to get inside the building. So this way, this man is an actor, seems. Okay. Rue de Saint Guiche Lane roundabout. No, okay. And here, Sepasid Apartments. Inside the frame of the motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. And this one. There is a girl up there. Didn't she spill the paint? And what we have here? Oh, we have new stuff. Okay, what do we got? Oh, clothes. Okay. Half-life suggestion. Equip this one. Reaction speed, rhetoric, interface. Okay, give you gloves. Let's continue. Come over here. What is in there? Looked like there was more construction here once decades ago. Yeah, you already heard the story. They bombed all the place. More pills. And what is this? The belly of this boat shines like recently painted. Okay, save here. Now we have someone to talk with. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint Guiche Lane. 33. The room of the Whirling isn't much bigger than this. Look. This is worth more than you will ever in all your life. Probably. I'm more he's been a police officer in these times. Can I talk to you?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers.
She extends
I'm
her hand
Joyce.
in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Oh, thank you.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Yeah, Kim, tell her the truth. I was drunk for 3 days and now I can't remember anything about my life.
There's a trace of irony in his voice.
Yeah.
Mischief even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Okay.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Okay, it's a gigantic company.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. Okay, got it. Tell me something
She
else.
nods.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
How do I repel it then?
I am glad you see it
Oh.
that way. To repeal the Act would mean repealing the coalition government. The one that leases you the right to police West Revachol.
Okay, so this company and other stuff give us the police to act here. I misclicked there. My bad.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But
Yeah.
I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Okay.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Oh, so our crime will decisive for this.
Now they
Super
won't even
important.
let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
How were the talks going on before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Okay, 3 weeks ago, and the lynching, so it happened pretty recent.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I
Okay.
took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Yeah, this one is at least normal stuff. Medical, overtime payments, normal, but what they're asking now.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She paused to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posture.
Yeah. What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Over-aggressive comic posturing.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't know even what it means. Yeah.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Yeah, so they will probably use them as a force of voting, and they probably won't be able to buy them, the other company, but the ones that actually are there will be able to say, if you want to maintain your job, you need to vote for what we are voting. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy stuff.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The workers can be kings. The king is king. Yeah, I don't like that too. The king is dead long ago. Leave the workers. What are we going to do? Yeah, these plans are like not important.
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Call me mañana is call me tomorrow.
This checks out.
Yeah, okay. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs?
She
You mean
right.
the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Okay.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Tell me about this Union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine
Yeah,
he has a
like I was
thick,
saying.
viscous goo where you and I have blood.
And like I was saying, he's manipulating his workers to obtain power. Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the Union itself, outside the Brothers, Claire?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a...
Tyrants.
How do you say?
She hesitated looking for the right
A
expression.
mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Basically, socialism.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much
Yeah.
you feed the wolf always hungers.
They want more and more power. Like I say, they're manipulating everything, and probably the case that we are resolving right now, it has to do with this. Yeah. One more thing, you said something happened in the
I'm
elections.
glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Yeah. They start acting like a gang.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am.
Okay.
We'll be just fine.
Okay, let's change the
Of
topic.
course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls into silence for a moment, contemplating
The
something.
information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves.
The
I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
Oh crap, what am I going to
And
say?
this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
I could eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city. No, no, I'm not going to say I was drunk. Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was drinking because that would take all the respect that anyone can have for me. I could return it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
Yeah.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Yeah, I'm not faking. I hope it was faking, woman, but no.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Now let's try to do suggestion. Sympathy for your option. Let's try.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Surely there is some more way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Yeah, that could be.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Okay, let's excuse me for a moment, madam. How did you hope it will go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
We can just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay, so let's get back to her then. Let's apologize.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
Okay, let's get back to her. Let me save. And I have more stuff. What items I have? Okay, let's continue. I can use my. Okay, that's good. Let's take it out. It's a little annoying. Okay, let's talk to her.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Using Mesmer, I need someone to give me a lowdown on this relative. No. Okay. Tell me about this Alec drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let's get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Okay, and you want to investigate? To us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Yeah, the lorries.
Precisely.
And I know
Someone
one.
needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Yeah, I saw it.
Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She give you a knowing look.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
It's not coincidence the lorries are stand that they're like that, like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
Ship out looking to the sea.
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion.
Okay.
Apparently,
so they're
there's
involved.
some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Okay. What proof do you have that what the Union is
How
involved?
do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being found with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Okay, no. But I won't say her this. Okay, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We'll take this case, prove the driver, see what did you.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
Okay.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
You seem rich, can I have money? No. Okay, thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
I don't care about asking the old lady for advice, I don't care about a lot of stuff, but I won't ask someone that is giving us information to look weak. And if you shut up and stop saying that I have amnesia, probably we won't have a problem.
A sturdy little door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished in.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again?
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police, open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Okay, she trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. With the smoker. You already were there.
Hey, are you there? I checked the backyard, but I couldn't get in that way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Okay, we have a plus Kim is here. We have a high authority, so let's roll. Don't fight me.
You're well
Okay.
versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your no complaints is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you a potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
The voice snaps back.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses.
You heard the click of a night latch before the lady on the other side gets caught in the Cohin's
I
pants.
don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
She managed to say with a whiz. Okay. And now we can get inside. Thank you, lady. Yeah, I don't want to be rude with you, but when you start giving me the graffito says a firing squad for the rich. Okay. And I think this is a great spot for leaving this episode. We will explore all this building in the next one, and we will continue the story. The story is getting super interesting, and at least we are knowing a little bit of history. Now I understand more about what happened here, yeah, and why they don't have police officer, they have rights. You're seeing that they have a tyrant right now trying to destroy them inside, but it's okay. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you like it, like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my social media. See you on the next video.